Hello, CX here, and where have I been for the past year? Well, there's been a lot of things happening this year, mostly personal reasons, like my university work, the passing of my family members, and just the world in general. But most importantly, why I haven't uploaded a video for this year, and the promise of making more videos. Well, again, personal reasons, and also something else. More on that later down the video. Back in my early 20s, I was very excited to make a chronological video series based around my favorite console, the original PlayStation, back when it was released, in North America of course, in 1995. Mainly out of love and passion due to its history, like the different types of games they released during that specific time. But as the years went on, it started to slow down by 2021, mainly for another series called The LEGO Video Game History, where me and my collab partner Rebellious Robot talk about LEGO games throughout its history, and originally promised that part 3 would come out during the late summer or fall in my community notes. But as you may know, it did not come out neither summer nor fall. Why is that? Well, because of two reasons. First, the script. When I was starting to type for the third part, it was starting to feel like a roadblock to me, where for weeks or even months I just did not have the time working on it due to both my personal life and university work as always. Since it took months to ever research its history, that also includes reference sources and watching YouTube videos, and the longest script I have ever made up to that point. But thankfully, it's finally finished and already sent it to Robot so he can start recording his lines. And second, and it's a big one, I just don't have the energy and motivation that I once had back when I started this channel. Not like 100% fully, but around 50 to maybe 60%. The cause of this is mainly because the videos that I made became much more time consuming than ever before because of a lot more editing and a ton of information. This may also be the fact that I'm in my mid-20s now and just don't have the fast energy that I once had back in my early 20s, since at the time I looked up its development history and reception, either both on Wikipedia and Fandom, to get my research for the script and finish the video weeks back in 2020, since they were very short in the range from 8 to 20 minutes. But since late 2020, my videos started to get a bit longer and much more researched outside of the two websites and check on the sources where Wikipedia references got it from, in which the videos now take about 30 to 50 minutes. And even the LEGO Video Game History Part 2 video took about an hour long. While it is great to make these kinds of videos, especially the development history and all that stuff, but in doing so, it also affected my work process and even taking long breaks rather than short breaks. I also became more procrastinated than ever, since there are times that I should be making videos when I relax or on vacation, but at the same time should be relaxed whenever I get back on the script and video, and it just becomes mind-stressing that my brain becomes numb and overall not having a good time. So, with all of these problems that I had, does that mean I'm done with this channel? Absolutely not. While I failed to make that said promise on more videos this year, but next year in 2025, I'm going to make a big change of how I make my videos, starting with my main series. While I'll still continue to make longer videos if it's a well-recognized or non-recognized game, but still have quite the development history to talk about, the other videos, which are either games with not that much of a history or majority of sports games, will be a lot shorter, like 10 to 15 minute videos. so it will be much more easier to make. Especially the ones that I'm going to be talking about, the games that aren't well remembered, with a few exceptions, but also having the least amount of development history, since nobody, especially the majority of the retro gaming community, knows about them. I'm also going to change about the LEGO History Collab project as well. While Part 3 will still be the same like Parts 1 and 2, but starting with Part 4 and onwards, they're going to be split into mini parts. Say like that we make a Part 4, but rather than talking about the history of those games released from 2005 to 2006 into one video, instead would be divided into one single video at a time. And by the time that the mini videos have been released in that year span, I'll stitch them together into the full fourth part of the LEGO video game history. I know it seems contrived and that, but hey, at least you're getting more videos, though in small quantities. With that said, I still want to make at least one small video this year, but that will have to wait for another few days. Now, with everything that I just said, I usually just end the video and say, see you next time. But there's actually one other thing that I want to do for a very long time, and it has nothing to do with gaming at all, and that's music. Why, to be exact? Well, for the past few years, I've been steadily growing an interest in music because I like listening to all sorts of music from old to new. And yes, that includes video game music as well. But I'm also interested in two things: the artist's studio album's discography and the Billboard charts, mainly the year-end charts. Which is why I'm planning on making a separate channel solely on that alone. That doesn't mean I'm going to start it right away, because I'm still thinking of ways that I'm going to be talking about. So maybe like a few months or a year, because I just don't know at this point. And also, no, I'm not going to abandon my gaming channel once that happens, since I already told you about my plans next year. And also, I still like gaming, albeit not as much as I once did back in my teens to early 20s. Anyways, that's the end of the video. I hope you all enjoy a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a New Year's Eve in the coming weeks, and I'll see you all next time. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, happy late 30th anniversary to PlayStation. To be specifically the creative development teams at PlayStation Studios who makes the games. Not the corporation itself because of greedy tactics, shady businesses, and overall a complete lack of laziness. Okay, bye.